Marlay Domain is owned and managed by Laoghaire-Rathdown County Council. The park is located in the foothills of the Dubblin Mountains and is comprised of a Georgian house and in excess of 100 acres of parkland. The park retains much of its heritage features, including the landscape and Marlay House. It also provides facilities such as football pitches, a cricket field, a par 3 golf course, tennis courts, playgrounds, a model railway, a craft courtyard and a dogs off-leash area. The history of the estate can be traced back to the Anglo-Norman conquest and through to Tudor times. Towards the end of the 17th century, the property was acquired by Thomas Taylor. He built the first house on the estate, called the Grange, which is the older part of Marlay House. David Latouche, of French Huguenot origin, purchased the estate in 1764. He extended the house and renamed it Marlay, having married Elizabeth Marlay, daughter of the Right Reverend George Marlay, Bishop of Dromore. Typical of a Georgian residence, Marlay House is characterised by the combination of a very simple, almost austere exterior with a more decorative, well-proportioned interior. The interiors are defined by a simple spaciousness augmented by a very high-quality detailed plasterwork, possibly from James Wyatt. Dublin's Georgian gentry entertained elaborately, the hosts and their guests often staging musical and theatrical performance for each other's enjoyment. Evie Hone, painter and famous stained glass artist, had a studio in Marlay. One of her most famous works includes My Four Green Fields, which represents the 4 provinces of Ireland and is located in government buildings on Merrion Street in Dublin. The design and layout of the domain are typical of the late 18th and early 19th century English landscape style developed by landscape gardeners Capability Brown and his successor Humphrey Repton. Thomas Legatt and Haley Dutton were landscape designers who worked on the design of Marlay around this time and were heavily influenced by Brown and Repton. Other important heritage features in the park include Laurel Mill Cottage in the woodland, currently under restoration, a bell tower, woodland and lakes and streams. The Wicklow Way begins in the car park located off the Grange Road. The stone stile, constructed in 2006 to celebrate 25 years of the Wicklow Way, marks the start of the route, which travels in a southwesterly direction across the Dubllin and Wicklow uplands for 127 kilometres to the finishing point in Clonegall, County Carlow. Each Saturday there is a farmers' market hosted in the courtyard beside Marlay House. It's an outstanding venue that boasts a wealth of local producers. Discerning shoppers arrive early to avail of a broad range of artisan produce, including speciality and ethnic foods. Craft workers also showcase their goods, adding an interesting dimension to this farmers' market. The walled gardens were developed around 1794 to provide fruit, vegetables and fresh flowers for the house. The walled gardens and the house were restored and opened to the public in 2000. The garden layout is typical of the Regency period. The layout of the ornamental garden was inspired by a similar garden at the Argery near Armagh. On entering the garden, the thatched arbour, located in the southwestern corner, can be viewed. The arbour is one of 2 structures in the garden which would have been used to entertain guests visiting the main house. The orangery is located on the sunny south-facing wall. Used in Regency times, this type of building would have housed a collection of citrus plants. Marlay Domain has a rich history that exerts its character throughout the park. Complementing the heritage features is a vibrant and eclectic collection of amenities. Visitors of all ages and interests are happy to find that each trip to Marlay Domain can be a unique and enlivening experience.